Good afternoon. Today is, never mind what today is. It's Saturday service. We're talking about Saturday service. So, this is episode 9. So, Saturday service, episode 9. Obviously, I'm your host, Damon Smith. Man, I am going to break out for a second, and I'm just going to talk about this subject. I think it's a very sensitive one, and especially in the African American and Latino communities. So I am going to focus in on this today. The topic of today's discussion and today's tidbit is a safe space. Okay? A safe space. Adjusting my seat, so obviously I'm in Atlanta traffic right now, so doing my thing as I generally do. So when I'm in traffic, I try to drop these jewels. And I was just communicating with somebody, and this just came up. They said it, and I'm going to give just kind of about 2-3 minutes of this subject of a safe space. As minorities and entrepreneurs and business owners and whatever else you want to call yourself, whether you're in a professional corporate environment or you're self-employed, you're a hotel owner, you're a hotel management company owner, regardless of what you are and what your journey or path is, there are not a lot of safe spaces. What do you mean by that, D? Well, when I talk about safe spaces, I mean places that we go or people that we talk to that we don't have to be concerned about the information or what you share about your trauma, your vulnerability, your weaknesses, your fears. There's a place that you need to be able to go, and there aren't that many places that you can go or people that you can go to, even sometimes within your own social groups, to be able to share those feelings. All right, I'm talking about feelings today. So we got to talk about feelings, because a feeling gave you the unction to go out and conquer the world in your business or in your space or in your vocation. So mental health for entrepreneurs, yes, it's a thing, and damn it needs to be talked about. Everything isn't roses and rainbows, man. And I'm not being negative. Everybody, if you know me, if you talk to me for 5 minutes, you know I'm a very positive person. But I want to get this out there, because in order to stay positive, you have to be able to release and exercise some of that what's plaguing you, bothering you, and keeps you in constant consternation, and takes up a lot of mental bandwidth. So as minorities, we have a few safe havens. And even some of those safe havens require vetting, because everybody doesn't need to know you're dark, right? Not that you are dark, but that you're dark, like the things that hang out in the recesses of your mind. So having a safe space is not just a catchphrase or, this kind of new age, mental health is a real thing. This isn't a post, this isn't a TikTok. This is real life, man, because people are suffering in silence, and we don't talk about it. We don't communicate with one another about it. And then when you communicate with certain people, whether it's friends and or family, sometimes people will abuse the fact that you shared something so personal and intimate with them that now you don't feel comfortable with sharing it with anybody else. Okay? So I don't have 3 points. I don't have bullet points here. I'm just sharing with you life. All right. This is my Saturday service life game post today. And I really just want you to know that it's okay. It's okay not to always have the answers. It's okay to feel like you are going to or on the cusp of failing. Because failure is not final. It's not terminal. Stop thinking that because you don't get this deal done or you don't get this contract or agreement that it's the end of life in the world. You know what? You know how many people, you know what? I'm going to keep it a freaking stack. I remember when I was a hotel general manager and I was working for someone who was a current hotel owner. And this was 10 to 15 years ago. And for those of you that really know me, you know that I'm telling the truth. When I wasn't compliant, I got laid off. Yes, I got laid off. This is true. This is real stuff. All right? Being laid off was the best thing that ever happened to me, because I was under so much stress under someone else's job that I didn't even know what I wanted to be or what I wanted to do. But I had seen things, I had heard things, and I realized that, you know what, I needed to regroup and get my mental stability back. There's some people among you, and I'm gonna get back to the root of the story. There's some people among you right now, they take medication just to get by on a daily basis. All right? They're taking Prozac, they're taking whatever they gotta take, antidepressants, anxiety medication. There are people out here that are stressed to the gills because they don't know how to be themselves in a professional setting that does not value you being yourself. So back to being laid off. Real talk, 101, 201, 301, whatever level you were in. I got laid off, and you know what I started to do? I went and parked cars. I was a valet at some of the hottest nightclubs and nightlife spots in Atlanta. There are people that will see this, that will chime in on this message because they worked in those places with me. I ain't gotta lie about this. I ain't gotta lie about my journey. There are people out there that are lying about it and trying to cover up the trauma. I got the scars. You need to be okay with what you came through, what God brought you through. Be okay with that. Pray about it, pray through that, and be okay with that. Find you a safe space. Find you some good people. Find you some quality people to be around that you can have these conversations with, because you know what? At the end of the day, everybody ain't for you. And you know that. I've said that in some size, shape, form, or fashion over the past 7 installments, 8 installments, but I'm gonna tell you to your face. Everybody ain't for you. Everybody that wanna be down for you, friends, family, people that say that they're friends, wait till you go through something. Once you go through something, you really realize who's with you. And I'm not talking about anybody in particular, so if you get butthurt by listening to what I'm saying, then that's fine. That's you. That ain't got nothing. That's on you. That ain't on me. If you feel like you've done somebody wrong, you know what? You need to square it up with them. Our mental health as entrepreneurs is the only thing that keeps us from pushing through and overcoming. You have to have a support system. You have, and I've said this about support systems, but you have to be your own support system. You know what? There has to be days and times where you just have to lift yourself up. There's days and times when you just got to turn on some praise music. When you get up in the morning, you get out of that shower, or you in the shower, you trying to get it out the blocks. You know what? Get your behind up, turn on some of your favorite praise music. I don't care if you ain't Christian and you ain't jiving with God like that. You know what? Nothing makes you feel better than good music. Get your heart in a good space. You know, get your mind in a good space. Get out of the trauma. Oh, I'm not good enough. Or somebody done told you you ain't good enough. You know how many people told me I wasn't gonna be able to do what I'm doing? You know how many people tell you on a regular basis, no, you can't, you shouldn't. That's too much. The lifestyle you live, oh my gosh, why you need all of that? Man, bump them people and their opinions about you and what they think you should or shouldn't be doing. Because if they could do what God put into you to do, and I'm speaking to some people right now because I'm speaking to myself. I'm ministering to me as I minister to other people, and this is not ministry in the sense that I'm in a pulpit and I don't have that platform, because that's not my thing. That's not how I roll. I'm a spiritual person, and I give real life tangible communications so that people really understand that, you know what, we need a safe space. You need a safe space. You need somebody, a team of people, or maybe just one or two people that you can call up. Some people to check on you, and some people that you check on. Because the hardest part about life is going through it thinking you can go through it alone, and then turning around and being like, well, I did it all by myself. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Stop lying. Stop lying. You did not do this by yourself. You did not get it out the mud by yourself. Somebody had to give you a bucket, a shovel, a gallon of water. Somebody gave you something. So find those people. Find your tribe. Y'all hear me say, trap it out with your tribe. I have a tribe because I need a tribe. I need a tribe. I got too many. My ideas are too big just to be trying to pull them in like a hot air balloon by myself. Find you a safe space, whether it's your therapist, whether it's, you know, sometimes your family not going to always understand you, especially if you're a weirdo like me. I've been a weirdo my whole life, and everybody thought I was just this, you know, some kind of jock, and, you know, had all this talent. But you know what? Smart is smart. Dumb is dumb. But you know what? I've been a weirdo my whole life. So I always thought differently. People never really had the opportunity to get to know me in an intimate way, because my mind, in my age group, when I was in high school and college, most people didn't communicate the way that I communicated. Most people didn't act the way that I acted. You are not normal, and it's all freaking K. You're not normal, and it's okay. Stop trying to fit into somebody else's box. Man, this is not what I meant to post. But you know what? I think y'all need it, man. You're trying to run everybody else's race but your own. You keep looking side to side. You know what, Sha'Carri? A great example. Sha'Carri Richardson, she ran that doggone race, and she ran the fourth of that anchor leg of that race, and she didn't look side to side until she was finished. She didn't care about where nobody else was while she was running. She looked to the side and she gave that girl a look like, yeah, I'm done. You beat. Run your race. Find your safe space, whether it's therapy, you know, and cut some folks back. It's okay. You know, cut some folks back. And it ain't them, it's you. You got to do what you got to do for you. You got to do what you have to do for you, because your mental health, your ability to get up the next day and go crush it and go be a lion is you. It's up to you. A safe space. So I'm coming up with bullet points as I'm going through this, but I'll give you 3 places that are safe spaces. 1, if you're in a fraternity or sorority, find somebody that has nothing to do with what you do, or that has some type of other connection outside of the organization, and have a heart-to-heart with them. That's a potential. So people that are like-minded and share the same mission. Maybe not in the same lane, but they are vibrating on that entrepreneurial level. Number 2, find a group. Maybe not the whole group. You don't need everybody in the group, but going to events and networking and stuff like that, you'll find people that are like-minded and people that are kindred spirits that you can connect with, and then connecting with those people through groups, you're able to find a connection of someone that can potentially be a safe space. Number 3, find someone in it may not be your family, but you can have a mentor or a peer mentor or someone that you look up to in your industry, and reach out to them, connect with them. You know, that's a potential person for you to connect with and to be in a safe space and share what's going on with you and how you feel, so you can maintain and regain your mental health and your mental stability. And just a bonus, get you a good therapist. Get you a good therapist. I know, you know, as African Americans and Latinos, we don't talk about therapy, and, you know, I hear everybody talking about well, just be healed when you come over here. You know what? Healing starts with admitting that you're broken. But broken doesn't mean discarded or bad. Broken just, there's not one person, and again, I reference the Bible a lot. There's not one person in the Bible that God chose to help, to increase, that wasn't broken, that hadn't done something. Moses murdered a man, killed him. It was in defense of his blood relative people, but he killed a man. Joseph got lied on, but he was a braggadocious kind of cat. You see what I'm saying? David had a thing for the ladies. At the end of the day, you gotta find yourself a safe space, because being broken is not being trash or discarded. Being broken is the beginning. It is the absolute beginning, because you can't be useful unless you've been broken. Just like a racehorse. So, safe space. This went 16 minutes, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'll try to break this down into 2 halves, part 1 and part 2, but I just want you to know, listen up. It's okay. You're gonna have trauma. You're gonna have obstacles. You're gonna have things that you can't deal with. You're gonna have things that are above you. You're gonna have things that you don't have the answers for, and that's fine. Find your tribe and make sure you have that already solidified, because as you start climbing up this mountain, this isn't Stone Mountain. This is like Kilimanjaro. The air gets thin. The higher up you go, the air gets thin. That means it's hard to breathe. Yeah, I say breathe. E-E-V. B-R-E-E-V. Look, man. If ain't nobody told you today, you're special. And let your freak flag fly. Freak flag fly. Because today's weirdo is tomorrow's CEO. Today's weirdo is tomorrow's Fortune 400, Fortune 100 CEO and founder. Don't you sit there and let people that have no dreams talk you out of yours. All right? Whew. All right. Now, next week, I know it's going to be different. I know I'm going to have something different to say, but I just wanted to give you something that was truly from my heart, and it was inspired by conversations I've had this week and last week. But make sure you find yourself a safe space. And if you need some people to talk to, you know what? DM me. I'll help. I'll try my best with the time that I have to try to help you, because if I can't help you, I'm still gonna help you. And people always get confused by that. If I can't help you, I'm gonna make sure you find somebody that can help you. I'm not a therapist. Nope. Not my being, not what I do. All right? Not what I do. But am I listening ear? Yeah. Have I been through some things? Absolutely. Find someone that can hear you out. That's the help you need. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to me. Thank you so much for being a part of this process, because it's not just me telling you what to do. It's me getting this stuff out because it helps me too. God bless you. God keep you. And I hope you have an amazing week. Talk to you this Saturday coming up. Peace.